ideas meeting, budget light.
Okay, so before I get into the first plan, actually, I just want to talk about budget with you guys a little bit. When we had met originally, we talked about a range of 70s, 80s, and that is actually right where we think we're landing as far as a ballpark goes for both of these designs that I'm going to show you. After we look at both of these plans, I will kind of guide you through what drives the cost in the plan so that we can have good conversation about getting the budget to where you guys need it to be.
Great.
Okay, great.
Okay, now we're going to do it again, but this time we're out of range.
Okay.
Okay, budget light, ideas meeting. Plans are coming in higher than the budget we discussed.
Okay. Okay, so I know when we originally met, we talked about a range in the 60s. As I dove into your plans and really kind of got familiar with the intricacies of your basement and what you guys want to do to give you everything you want, we're probably just a little bit higher than that. So I do have one plan that's maybe around 10 grand or so higher than the range that we initially talked about. But then I have another plan that is closer in range to what we talked about. So we're going to look at the lower budget plan first.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll walk you through that, and then we'll look at the other plan, and again, I'll explain the drivers of the cost so that we can make educated decisions.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Great.
Any other budget conversations that would come up?
What if at the first plan they had said, like 50s is where they're thinking about being. They've got a 1,500 square foot basement and they want a fireplace and a full bar and etc. And you know that it's going to be 90s and up. And you have a good open conversation, right?
Yeah.
And when you get into this meeting, how would you address that? Because now the plans that you're showing them are in the range that you guys talked about, but they're still thinking 50, and you're showing them plans that are 90 to 110.
But I would have talked about that if the first
But you
appointment,
did.
though.
But you did.
You did, but you just want to, you're like...
I'm reiterating
you were
that.
Like, you knew
Yeah.
it was a stretch bringing them through, right? So you're like, yeah, they were thinking 50. I think I can get them there, but we're 80s to 100. How would you address that?
Well, again, I would have talked about this already, but I think one big thing that I would talk about is more in the heavy.
You talked about
budget
it,
heavy.
Like, all right, 80s to 100. Oh, maybe we can do that. Maybe. So, but that's all you're left with. Is like, maybe 50. I don't know.
Maybe we'll look into financing.
Yeah, maybe we can look into financing or something.
Or, whoa, that's more than we thought that it was going to be, but we really like you guys and what you're offering, so... But now they've talked to two other people, one of which was a contractor who told them that they could do it for around 50, 60.
If that's the case, then I'd actually dive in a